Hey, what's up? Welcome back to the Aaron LeBauer Show. My name is Dr. Aaron LeBauer, but anyways, Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy New Year. I'm actually recording this show on Christmas Day. And someone asked me, Aaron, do you ever take a day off? Yeah, I take a day off. But there are just some days where I have time to work and time to get some things done. I've got a lot done. I don't celebrate Christmas with my family. I don't celebrate Christmas. So to me, it's always a day where, I get some things done. But there's still Christmas. So here's the deal. For me, it's always been this time of year between Christmas and New Year's in the winter. It's always been a vacation. It's always been a time to unwind and do other things. And so for everyone else, when you're out there doing these things with your family, going on vacations, I'm like, sweet, the clinic is empty. I'm going to be here getting things done. So I've always spent, for the last 10 years, this time in the winter, especially, weeks days when I'm not with my kids or, people aren't in the clinic, doing some deep work, like fixing back-end systems and doing deep cleaning, etc. And today's no different. And so today I'm recording a podcast episode. And so for context, I take some days off. Like I went skiing this past weekend with my kids and it was great. But today, for me, it's a good day to get some work done because no one needs me and I can really get some things done because otherwise I'm really distracted. And for you, it might be a different day of the year. Like maybe it's New Year's Day or I don't know, maybe some other day. But for me, today and tomorrow and yesterday are really good days to get some work done. And that's what I'm doing. And so you might think it's a bit crazy for me to be in recording a podcast on Christmas Day. And maybe you're right. But like I said, the year's almost over. And time's running out to get everything done in 2024. And I grew up Jewish, so I don't celebrate Christmas. And for some of you, you're going to understand that. And others, you're going to be like, I don't get it. And that's okay. But it's kind of crazy. And it's not for me. Because there are people that need my help. There are people that need your help. Everyone else is contracting, shrinking, getting out of the game, saying they want to quit, wanting to do something different, or just out there, partying, having fun. I got it. But there's people that need my help, and I'm here to get the work done. And you need to get the work done. And look, I'm also home. My dad's home from Florida because he was down there. He goes down there every winter with his partner, Susie, and they own a home down there together. But he has non-Hodgkin's lymphoma. We found out about 2 years ago. He did some chemotherapy and he's been better, but he hasn't been feeling that great lately. And he wanted to come home to see his oncologist, cardiologist here. Number one, he's been a physician here, so he kind of gets a VIP service, but he didn't really get VIP service. People know him and he knows how to get, he feels comfortable and he can get in places. He's been out of practice, retired for 20 years. So it's not like the doors open wide. And I've talked to you on the podcast how the doors don't open wide for me because he's my father. But in Florida, he gets treated like another person, which is terrible. It's terrible that anyone gets treated that way. And he can come home to Greensboro and see the people he needs to see and get in. But guess what? He got a PET scan last Thursday. And it's been a week, and yes, it's a holiday week, so they had Friday, Monday, and Tuesday, and no one's read the PET scan or no one submitted the report, so we can't even get it and see, what the deal is. He's got some new medication for some thyroid, because that got low from another medication, and another medication for heart rate stuff that he was having. He's feeling better today, but no one should be treated like that. No one should be made to wait and worry. And, so my brother's here in town, cousins, I'm here, so things change. And I'm not going to spend all day with them. And I'm going to come and get some work done. Because there's work that needs to be done. Because it's not just people like my dad, it's people like your patients who are waiting for the results of the MRI to come back, and they're waiting to get in to see the orthopedic surgeon for this herniated disc that they have, and they're worried. They can't, they've been to PT and they've been told there's nothing wrong, or just get on the bike and exercise. And they're like, this isn't right. And they're frustrated in the waiting. What I'm trying to say is that there are people out there that need your help. There are people out there that want your help. People are suffering because they don't have any hope. People are suffering because they have not been able to get in to see you. But the thing is, they don't know about you. So it's your ethical duty to get the word out, to learn the marketing and to learn the sales, so people don't have to suffer with pain meds, injections, and surgery. People don't have to, take opioids and possibly get addicted to them. People don't have to sit and wonder what's going to happen to me. They can get some assurances and certainty, because we are a long way away from the public's perception of understanding what we do as a physical therapy profession and how we help, and why it's better to come see us than to just go get an MRI and then wait a week to get the results and spend a couple $1,000, if not more, to get this MRI. And maybe at the end of the year, it's a better time to get it because you're closer to deductible. But guess what? There's people 2 weeks from now, they're going to get an MRI in the first week of January, and they're going to pay the full price because they have a $5,000 or $7,000 in-network deductible. So they should be coming to see you. And maybe it's a $1,500, even $2,500 plan of care. And whether that's 20 visits or 12 visits or 2 visits for $2,500, and they got better, they're still spending less with you than on the MRI. And they're getting results faster, certainty sooner. And that's why I'm here. And that's why you need to be working hard to build your business or to start your business. Because no one really knows what physical therapy is, or what you really do. So we have to work harder. We just have to work harder and harder to get that word out to the public. Because if people knew that they could be pain-free in a matter of weeks without risking complications from surgeries, blood clots, nerve damage, time away from their sport, activity, family, or even work, and they could miss all that only to have their pain return. The same pain is still there, when they could see you for 8 to 12 weeks and have their issue resolved quickly by you in your clinic for much less than they're going to spend getting the MRI and then the surgery. If people knew that they could come in and see you for that many visits versus do all that other stuff, and they really knew the cost benefit analysis, that how much is going to cost them and how much pain and anguish is going to cost them to go to the left and see the surgeon and get the MRI and the surgery or the injection, or go to the right and see the doctor of physical therapy and pay $2,000 for 8 visits in 10 weeks and have their problem solved or mostly resolved, rather than doing this whole year-long process. Don't you think they would choose you every time? I know they absolutely would. I absolutely know they would. It's really hard though to win an argument that's not built on logic with logic. So it's really hard to have a logical conversation with patients when the whole health insurance industry is built on an illogical model. Because patients think that, well, I've put all this money in it, I just need to go that route. They're not willing to leave for the same thing. They're not willing to leave for physical therapy if they're going to, it should already be free, because that's an illogical model. And so what we have to do is we can't market physical therapy. We can't sell physical therapy. But what you are, if you're a physical therapist, you build a physical therapy cash practice, and we sell the destination. We sell the ease. We sell the easy button. We sell the certainty. And that's why you need to call yourself Dr. LeBauer or Dr. Smith or whatever your name is. Because people are hurting, they're struggling, they have problems. And maybe their problems are a little bit different. Or maybe their options are different now in 2024, 2025 than they were in 2020 or even 2019. 2019, there was telehealth, but people weren't really going to tolerate it. And then they did so much of it in 2020, they're like, no, I want to do that. But now people are like, well, it's more convenient. It's more convenient to just order the thing on Amazon, order the Theracane on Amazon, wait 2 days for it to get here and hope that it helps rather than come and see you. They're still hurting. They have different problems. Money's still flowing. It just is not flowing in the same directions or paths as it used to. They're slightly different, just like a river moves, or the you know, the sandbars move around. It's moving around, but the ocean is still crashing into the shore, right? But it's not going to flow to clinic owners who are so stubborn and unwilling to do things different. It's not going to flow to physical therapists who are unwilling to do anything different in your career, or you know or think you want to start a cash practice, but you're unwilling to take the risk. You're unwilling to take the risk because, well, where I'm at, that pays my health insurance. Man, if you're unwilling to start a cash practice because you get good benefits in your own job, then you do not deserve to own a cash practice. No one will ever buy from you. You should never do it. Because if your vision is not big enough, or your value of yourself is not enough that you couldn't make, $2,000 extra more a month to cover the $1,000 worth of health insurance and the $1,000 of bonus. Like, if you don't think, so here's the deal. Someone said to me, multiple people said this, like, I can't start a practice because I have all these great benefits. How much more do you need to earn to make it so that the benefits in your job don't matter? And every time someone says that to me and I ask that question, usually over on Instagram, the answer is I don't know. Yeah, you fucking know. Okay, my benefits are worth $2,000 a month. Okay, cool. So let's say you're making six figures, $8,000 a month, which is a lot for a PT. Let's say you can open up your own private practice and make $10,000 a month. Isn't that worth it? Okay, maybe that's plus or minus, but a lot of our members are doing 15, 20, even 25K a month. If you could make 15K a month, isn't it worth going out on your own and paying for your own insurance privately, even if it's an extra $500? So instead of $1,000 a month or $500 a month, it's $1,500 a month. But because you're paying that extra, now you're up another $3,000 to $5,000 a month, and you can work on your own terms and see patients on your own terms. To me, that's worth it. If that math doesn't make sense, write it down. But people that are seeing it are too stubborn to drop insurance plans, too stubborn to try something new. You shouldn't do it. But you know what? You're doing a disservice not only to yourself and your family, but to the patients that want to see you. Yes, some people get great results in the current model. But I guarantee you, the person that owns that business is struggling to figure out how to pay you more. And you're going to get to a point where you're like, I really should be making more. Because you need to be making more as a doctor of physical therapy than, manager of like Chick-fil-A. I mean, you just really should. I mean, manager of Chick-fil-A job, that's a great job. It's not for me. You need to be making more, and it's not unethical to make more money. But somehow with the whole healthcare thing, charging money feels unethical. It's not unethical. You know what's unethical? Is Aetna, Blue Cross Blue Shield, United Healthcare denying claims yet recording record profits, record quarters, billions of dollars in profits because they won't pay you to do physical therapy for more than 20 visits a year for a patient. I mean, that's the unethical game. And so open your eyes and see that, because in 2025, the opportunity is here to launch a cash practice or scale your existing practice to help hundreds of thousands of people. Because not only is one-on-one physical therapy an option, but there's a one-to-many option that doesn't treat people like a number. There's a one-to-many option that doesn't make your patients feel underserved, undervalued, and disrespected. Because if I show up in a clinic and I have to wait 30 minutes for my appointment, I feel like my time's been disrespected because my time is valuable. And so do your patients. They just may not say that. And they're probably not saying it to you because those of you who are listening probably don't always work in that model. But there's a physician-owned clinic here in town where even people go wait for PT. The reviews say they're waiting 30 minutes, an hour. It's not good. I haven't looked at those in a long time, but that's like this model of healthcare is we just got so many people per hour because we know people won't show up. We just stack you in and we see you as a number and not as a person. It's in the way, and this is my rant for the year, but it's in the way that we talk about our patients. Like, I treated 5 shoulders this week. I treated 5 knees this week. You didn't treat 5 knees. You treated 5 people with a knee problem, with a similar knee problem. And if we look at it's the whole person, is the important piece. And healthcare is no longer treating people like a whole person. They're treating them like a number, like an individual. Even even my dad's experiences, he's shared one of the physicians, who read one of his charts wasn't even, was reading like something old and incorrect or didn't mark down like a medication that they had taken off. And he went to the next place. He's like, why are you taking this? He's like, I'm not. They're like, well, this is what so-and-so said. He's like, yeah, no, that's not supposed to be there. They don't even have the time to double check their work or think through things. I mean, a lot of the similar stuff has happened to me. I'm like, this is not my medication. Or why are you here? I got a report once that patient complains of X. I was like, that's not why I came in for this visit. I'm not complaining. That's not my priority here. It's a question you asked me. I told you about something, and it shouldn't be a patient complaint written that way. I mean, that's just ridiculous. So I just want you to know and get off that thing for a minute. The time has never been better to take action and launch your business, or take action and quit your job and go full time in your side hustle, to take your business and get it out of network. Take your in-network clinic or your hybrid clinic and get it out of network. Because guess what? I read this morning in a Facebook forum for insurance billing for physical therapists. I should go back and I should have had this note up, but someone was basically saying that now with Blue Cross Blue Shield, and I think this was in North Carolina actually, but maybe why it showed up for me because someone I'm connected with here, is like whoever the company is that's authorizing visits was having some kind of technical issue and they couldn't issue authorizations, or maybe they were new and they said, oh, we can't issue these authorizations because some sync with Blue Cross. You're going to have to wait. And then they wait like 3 or 4 weeks. They try to get the authorization, and the company's like, we can't do it now because it's past this window. And Blue Cross is like, yeah, these visits weren't authorized, so we're not going to pay for it. And the business owner's like, okay, so what do the patient signed a form, said that we can bill them for any amount that has been unpaid. And they're like, okay, now do I go and bill this to the patient? And how would I do that? And someone's comment is like, well, this is exactly why I'm out of network. And I'm like, I made a little bit bigger comment. I was like, you can do it. It's going to make the patients mad. But this is exactly why I'm cash-based, because I don't have to deal with someone else authorizing what I do and whether I get paid for treating patients. Because this person was like, my business is small. Like, if we don't get paid from Blue Cross, like we're about done. Much less be able to hire another physical therapist and pay them a salary close to what they want. Because inflation is going up, cost of school is going up, reimbursement is going down. So who's going to pay you $100K to work in orthopedics? I mean, not under that model. I don't know. Maybe you're getting that, and good for you, but it isn't going to last very long. So if you are working in orthopedics and you've thought about starting a cash practice, you're working in pelvic floor therapy or something, it's probably a good idea to really consider, if not going out and starting your own business, because it's not that hard. You just need to spend enough time, energy, effort, and investment in learning the skills of business like you've learned the skills of physical therapy. But it takes some risk, and it takes belief in yourself. It takes belief in your patients and belief that you're doing the right things. But the time has never been better because people are getting used to it. There's probably 12 cash practices in Greensboro now, and I was the only one when I started 15 years ago. Patients are used to it. They're getting used to it. And 2025 is the opportunity to learn, grow, and help even more people so that you don't end your career regretting ever doing it again, or wait another 2 to 3 years and go, God, I should have done this years ago. Just like your patients who say, God, I should have come to see you years ago. I shouldn't have gotten that surgery. Like, don't have the regrets, because guess what? My clients are looking really hard to find physical therapists to hire. Like, there is a shortage of physical therapists right now, especially if you're looking to hire someone. I mean, I'm getting solicited. I've never had a job, and companies are soliciting me to work. So if you go and you try it, worst case scenario is you could probably call your boss and ask for your job back at a raise, or you go work somewhere else and you ask for a raise. That's worst case scenario, is that you can get a job again. Here's the deal. Launching a cash practice isn't very difficult. It doesn't take a lot of money. You could probably do it with a couple $1,000, if not $10,000. You don't need a loan. You don't need this massive business plan. You need a dream, and you need like a checklist and a blueprint for how to do it. 10 years ago, I created the Cash PT Blueprint because so many people asked me for help on how to do it. People, people, influencers in our industry had come to me for help in starting a cash practice because I had already done it. People all over the United States had said, Aaron, how did you do it? I was like, I can't do one-on-one coaching all the time, every day. I can't take on 12 one-on-one clients a week and see all my patients. I can't take on 12 one-on-one clients right now and service our other clients and do the work that I want to do. It's tough. So I've created opportunities to help thousands of people. If I only did one-on-one clients, I wouldn't have helped 2,000 people, like 2,100 people go through our Cash PT Blueprint course, and close to 1,000 people go through our Platinum Mastermind program over the last course over the last 10 years and Mastermind over the last 8 years now. Like I wouldn't have done that, being able to do that. And so this is the biggest opportunity to do this. And so if you're getting ready to launch a practice, you've recently launched, but you really want to go big, what I've done is I've set up a replay of our latest webinar, because right now during Christmas and during the week of New Year's, they're not good times to do like in-person live events. And if you're listening to this outside of the holiday period, you can go get access to this free training, because I will leave it up. Okay, this is a free training on how to launch a physical therapy cash practice. And launch, basically it's gonna teach you the big 3 secrets on how to get the ball rolling so that you can launch a cash practice, generate 6 figures, even bring in $5,000 in a month. So you can quit your job, quit your side, quit your PRN job, or just go all in on your business. Okay. It's going to teach you exactly what's working now to launch and grow your practice, even during this like wildly uncertain time where things are up or down, crypto, stock market up or down. You don't know who's getting elected, etc. Because it doesn't really matter who won the election or who quit their New Year's resolutions next month, or what happens to your crypto, or who cares what United Healthcare or Blue Cross decide next week on who to authorize. People still need your compassionate care and healing touch. They do. And what better way to get them access to it other than making a direct contract with them for how to do that? It's pretty much exactly what you do with your psychotherapist and your dentist. So let's do that with our patients. Let's make it the norm, because people are suffering even this week, and not just from family stress. Most clinics are closed. Radiologists certainly are chilling at home. And so, like I said, there's millions of people that are worried. And if you could see these patients, you probably would. Every day, every moment you wait to get started is another day someone out there who's hurting and in agony has to wait to finally meet you and tell you, hey, Dr. LeBauer, you're the first person who's touched me where I hurt. I've been to see, people told me this all the time. That's why I became a PT. Aaron, you're the first person to touch me where I hurt. I've been to see all the physicians, surgeons, chiropractors, massage therapists, PTs, acupuncturists, etc. And you're the first person to touch me there. And thank you so much. Like, I remember these conversations, and I'm like, that's weird. I'm just touching the QL, the trapezius, the VMO, like infraspinatus, suboccipital. These aren't like miraculous muscles. Like all they had to do is touch. The patient would point, and I would touch them there. Like, oh, that's it. I'm like, why isn't anyone touching there? I don't know. But these people are waiting for you. There's so many people out there. Even if you're like, oh, my town has a lot of cash practices, that is a scarcity mindset. See, we both know physical therapy is the answer that these patients are looking for with pain, injuries. They're just looking in the wrong place. So it's your duty to step up, make sure patients can see you in a setting where they get the care they deserve and the care is the best for them, not the physical therapy treatments that are randomly approved by Jennifer, who works for United Healthcare in Minnesota, who never went to PT schools, not even a nurse or a physician or a tech, and who gets $75 every time she denies a claim that's over $5,000. Those are not the people that should be deciding on your patients' care and outcomes. And like I said, due to the holidays and the limited number of people I can reasonably coach through these strategies in person and one-on-one, in the variability in everyone's schedules this week, I want to share, there's an online web class that we created a few weeks ago that you can watch at your convenience. And I want to make sure you get it. So what you can do is you can go to just go to LeBauerConsulting.com/free webinar. You could go to LeBauerConsulting.com and then let the page load, and there'll be a link at the top that says free webinar. You go there, or you can click the link below in the show notes or below in the description, and you'll get access to a free training, a free cash practice training. It's going to teach you the 3 secrets to creating and launching a physical therapy cash practice and filling it with patients. How you can escape working 9 to 5 and feeling like you're always trying to justify treatments for insurance companies. How to recession-proof your cash practice. Why you don't ever need to take a patient's insurance again. The easy way to build a successful cash practice, and like I'm talking like build a 6 and six-figure cash practice without taking out a loan, without referrals, without begging physicians for like referrals, and without needing like scripts, and even do it during an economic crisis and just when no one wants to spend money on PT. And you're going to learn the proven 3-step launch plan and what's possible for you in a cash-based model. And in it, at the very end, I'm going to go over the details of our Cash PT Blueprint case study program, because if you know that working with a coach and a mentor and like a CI, clinical instructor, is the way that you become better at what you do faster, because you know it's the shortcut to success and you want a blueprint, there'll be an opportunity to look and see what all is involved in our course and how you can get on board with it. And like I said, this training is free. You're going to learn a ton of value from it. There's lots of time for comments and questions at the end where we go over some really important stuff that I think you'll love. And so all you got to do is go to LeBauerConsulting.com/free webinar. And then when you attend the training, you're also going to get an opportunity to get a link to set up and import one of our top marketing promotions for free for your business. There'll also be an opportunity to get onto a free new patient strategy call if you've already launched a business and you just need some more help, etc. There's a lot in there. So just go to LeBauerConsulting.com/free webinar. It really is plug and play. You're going to get a ton out of it. I think it's about an hour and a half program. So just go there, set it up. I think you can register to watch it right away, or you can register to watch it a little bit in the future. It really is easy, and it's simple, and it's eye-opening. And even if you attend and you're like, yeah, no, this isn't for me, let me know, DM me and let me know what was most helpful for you about it. What did you gain? I would love to get some feedback. But remember, it's the time is now. It's January. People are going to be making New Year's resolutions to get better, to finally fix their knee, to finally do all these other things. Let's make the most of it. Let's help them. Let's meet your patients where they're at. And for many of you listening, it's in a cash practice. And if you've already launched and you want some help, all you got to do is go register for the training. And on the thank you page, there'll be a opportunity to book in a call with me. And it's a one-on-one call, and that is actually a free call. And it's for people that already have a practice. Because if you're thinking about starting or you haven't started, that call is not really for you. Pretty much all of those questions will be answered on the training, so watch the training. But if you've already started practice and you're busy and you want the shortcut to scaling your business and growing, just register, look on the thank you page, and you'll get an opportunity to book in a chat with me. I think that's it. Number one, just do what's right for your patients. That's what I was always taught by my dad, and things will follow from there. And remember, doing what's right for your patients also means charging them a fair amount for your service and for the things that you do for them. And when you change someone's life, that's worth well more than $2,000. We're not giving people range of motion back. We're not helping people, sit up from the bed, right after surgery. That's not like the value that we provide. What we help people do is be able to get on the floor and play with their grandkids, be able to walk up 2 flights of steps to see their spouse, or just do that every day because you live in New York City, to be able to get in the car for 15 hours and drive to Michigan, attend a granddaughter's wedding, like one of my patients did. Those are the things we help people do, and those are the things that are worth thousands of dollars to patients. So solve that problem for people. And one of the only ways to be able to get that information is to be able to have the time, space, and freedom to sit and talk with people. And that's what we have in our practice model. And I hope you will join us. Happy New Year. We'll see you on the training. LeBauerconsulting.com/free training. Adios. See you on the next show.